8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This video is a proud presentation of MJ Broadcasting. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game.
Game on in Kingston from the Cataraqui Arena for the minor Pee Wee AA Toros to take on the Kingston Canadians. Taylor will take the opening draw. Lead pass up through center, gets broken up there by Perot into the zone. Dropping it back there for Hannah, was out of his reach, and Kingston get it from their own end and take it back there with a lead pass. With a win or a tie, the Toros can make sure that Ajax won't catch them, but they need all the points they can get to make sure that they put a lot of pressure on Whitby for that second spot. Davidson trying to fire it up there for Hannon. Hannon can't get it out of the zone. Nice play there by Curtis to hold it in from the line for Kingston and fire it back behind the Toros net. Menko fires it around the boards. Try to keep it in there with Curtis and couldn't do it. Here comes the opportunity now to come in. And Taylor lost it there in the Kingston end. As that goes down the ice, it'll go down for the first stoppage of play for icing. A draw that's off to the left of Morrissey. It looks like it's going to be just Morrissey in the goal today for Kingston, as there's no backup on the Kingston bench. They'll take the ball and run with it for Kingston today. That's behind the net. And it's Brett Foreman who gets the start here for the Toros after their big come from behind and win in the third period over Northumberland last night. Trailed that 1-0 going to the third, but goals by Jackman and Taylor were able to prevail with the victory. Kicking into the board. Ford trying to hold him in there as they moved it up through center for Roosevelt over a stick, but he got bailed out there by Sabruzzi coming up through center. Benjamin Sabruzzi comes in over the blue line with a first shot. Kicked aside there for Morrissey with a right pad stop. Trying to chip it out. Knocked down by Cole in the Kingston end. Connor Cole takes it behind the net. Gets tripped up. We're going to get our first power play coming up here for the Toros on the trip on Connor Cole and behind the net. As soon as Kingston cuts the puck, the Toros will get to work on their power play. Jackman is going to try and do some damage here as Foreman goes to the bench for the extra attacker. Jackman tries to set things up, has it on his stick, and it finally gets touched up there by Kingston, so we'll get the whistle for the penalty. The draw that's coming off to the right of Morrissey, getting one there by Toros. Maddox gets taken into the boards. He's going to stay there. Opportunity for Jackman to try and go. Collision there at center. Scooped up there by Connor Cole from the blue line. He brings it in. Looking to start this scoring play on the power play. Cole walking it out there from the face-off circle. Dropping it back there for Perot. Moving back there for Jack Hazelton. Trying to get the shot through there for Perot with a shot. Nice block out in front. That was Broad that blocked that shot out in front of the net. Made sure it didn't reach Morrissey in the Kingston goal. Back to the line for Hazelton as they try and get another shot through. Jack Hazelton dropped it for Jackman. Trying to let his shot go. Tipped out in front. That hit another Kingston defender out in front. Trying to throw it back to the line for Hazelton again. Jack Hazelton, shot for Perot. Shot! Stop! Rebound out in front for Jackman. Just chipped high and wide. It sat right there in between the legs of Morrissey, and Jackman just chipped it high and wide over the goal. What a big power play opportunity there for the Toros. That's going to roll in on net. Maddox got taken off his feet. Michael will take it from his own end. So that's Hazelton from his own end, leading it up for Perot over his stick. Picked up there by Hodgson, who got taken down there by Aiden Howard. As the Toros were off on a line change. It's a glove pass. It's actually going to be a penalty going to Hazelton, so we'll play 4-on-4 hockey for at least 43 seconds to the penalty to Kingston's over. Quick shot, hit that in front, just wide of the goal. Personal pressure here from Kingston. Number 92 from the corner, trying to set things up. Sets it back to the line, tried to get a shot through. That's going to bounce in wide of the net. Take a carom here for Clark in the corner. Tried to find Hodgson down low. Picked up there by number 92. Stuffing it in front, but a left pass stop there from Foreman. They try and get the loose puck, and they roll with Davidson with a lead pass right off the right skate of Trent Taylor. Clark leading it from his own end with a drop pass. Scooped up there by Hodgson, who comes into the zone with a nice pass and it's offside. A draw that's coming off just inside the line. Scooped up in his own end from Broad as he moves it to the other side. As Ash goes over the stick and scooped up there by Ford, he's going to dump it the rest of the way back in behind the Kingston net. It is now a Kingston power play for at least 105. They lead it out of their own end with a lead pass over the stick, but right onto the tape of Fowler, who tried to take a shot, but it was over his stick. Latimer Scale tried to keep it in, and it gets knocked down by Broad in his own end. Broad going for a lead pass up through center. The pass for Fowler was broken up, but it gets picked off there by Murphy, who comes in the zone. Murphy with some nice moves. Trying to get to the face-off circle for a better opportunity. Murphy, a backhand shot, tipped out in front. Rebound there for Latimer Scahill. He couldn't bury it out in front of the goal. Back to the line, and that's going to go out past the blue line. Curtis will have to take it back there at center. Curtis gets around the checkup road, leads it in the zone, gets around Hannon, gets around the Toros bench. Curtis started this, gets right in there, right into the eyes of Foreman, and Foreman steers it aside with the stick, kept in from the line. And looks like we're going to get a penalty coming up here. So again, we're going to play some 4-on-4 hockey. Cameron Ryan wins the draw. Davidson takes it back in his own end, dropped it for Maddox. Ethan Maddox from his own end. He's going to start this play up there for Cameron Ryan with over his stick. Maddox tried to chip it back in. Got knocked down by Elkins, but into the zone comes Cameron Ryan now. Cameron Ryan with a backhand shot. Throws it at the goal. Tried to find Sabrizi, but the pass was just out of his reach. And Sabrizi still digging away at it in the Kingston end. Dropping it back to the line. Over there for Maddox was out of his reach. He'll try and pick up the loose puck off the boards. Ethan Maddox got taken into the boards. And now the opportunity to go now was Holton, but he lost the puck there at center. Puts the breakdown there for Riesler with a nice play. Tried to get it back to the line. It will make it there for Davidson. Couldn't hold it in though. And that was Holton, who tried to go off to the races, but it got knocked off his stick. First one, turning on the Jets is Sabrizi in the corner. Sabrizi with some nice moves, tried to set up Riesler as he's sitting out in front on his own. Back to the line for Davidson instead with the slapper. That gets knocked down in front. Riesler digging away at the loose puck from the slot area shot. That's going to go high and wide just over Morency in the Kingston end. Knocked down by Maddox. Trying to keep it in there. His shot doesn't make it through and chipped off the glass out of center. Davidson from his own end is going to start this play over there for Sabrizi. Benjamin Sabrizi in the zone. Gets around the check. Tried to get in there, but he went in a little bit too far and got taken down. Tripped over the linesman there. That was Cameron Ryan in the corner. Ford to Sear. Trying to get a shot through his corner. Sear goes wide of the net. Bounces out of front. Aiden Howard couldn't take the bounce as it didn't bounce right in front of the goal. It just bounced him behind the net. Cameron Ryan trying to hold off his man over there at the blue line as it gets tipped past Ford high down the ice into the corner. Gage Ford from his own end will hold it behind the Toros net. He's getting pressured on there in behind the net, so he's got to try and move it now. Some nice moves there to get around Best. Takes it back in his own end again. Some smart play there for Gage Ford as he starts the defense up through center. Lead pass up there for Connor Cole. Enters the Kingston end. Turns it over, and Kingston get the opportunity to move it to the other side. There's Holton or Best trying to get to the loose puck. Best lost his footing, couldn't get a shot away, and it can't get cleared out. Nice play by Hyde. Getting picked up there by number 97, trying to do some damage. Back to the line for Curtis. Curtis' shot. Left pass A, steered aside. Rebound in front for Hyde, and he gets stopped there right in front as Hyde took a slapper right from the hash marks, and Brett Foreman was able to come up with a big stop. One of his toughest saves of the day so far. A draw that's off to the left of Foreman now. Face off getting one there by Kingston as it goes behind the net. They try and stuff it out in front. There, Chris throwing at the goal. Gathered up by Foreman, and he'll hold on for a face off. A draw that's off to the left of the Toros goal. Taylor will take it in the defensive zone. Getting one there by Kingston. Back to the line for Doak, who fires it into the corner. Takes a bounce there for Davidson. He's going to lose it behind the goal. Hodgson tries to throw it out front. Fowler was waiting for the pass. Murphy as well. Went over his stick. Back up the other way it comes. Comes Perot. Trying to lead this rush. Finally turned it over at the Kingston blue line. Nice pass by Hodgson to Spring Curtis. Stays onside. Curtis a shot. Caught there by Foreman. And he'll hold on for a face-off. Another draw off to the left of Foreman now. Taylor will pick up the loose puck. We have 1:25 left to go here in period number 1. Perot tried to find an open Jack Cannon, but a nice defensive play to come back there from Holton to chip that away. They take it back behind their own net. With a lead pass. 1:11 left to go here in period number 1. Manko tried to slap it out. Latimer Scahill knocks it down. He's going to fire it into the corner. Nice play there for Best, who tries to get away in the corner. Had it taken off his feet, and back comes Taylor the other way. Trent Taylor enters the zone. Dumps it down the ice. Not enough for icing as it goes behind the goal. Starting it up through center. Kingston looking for their last opportunity of the first period. Maddox moves it to the other side for Jack Hazelton, trying to chip it up. There might be a 3-on-2 the other way. Cameron Ryan drops it for Sabrizi, trying to get in with a quick shot, and it got blocked. Couldn't get it to the goal. 30 seconds left to go in the first period. Lead pass up through center. Nice play by Murphy to knock it down. Now Murphy tried to find it in his skates, but he couldn't do it. Cameron Ryan tried to go to the loose puck. There's Clark. He'll get taken into the boards there by Cameron Ryan. Battling away there with Sabrizi, as they're still battling for it, and we finally get a whistle with 8 seconds left to go in the first period. Face off just inside the line. Sabrizi's going to pick it up in his own end. Backhand it. Pass Clark into the corner, and that'll do it for period number 1. These two teams play to a 0-0 tie after the first period. We'll start the second period off with a line of Rizzler, Cameron Ryan, and Sabrizi for the Toros. Hyde trying to win that battle in the corner for Kingston. Lead pass up through center. Cameron Ryan tried to get away. Got taken off his feet. Chips it up there for Sabrizi. Got taken away there by Burnett as they try and get in the zone. Nice play by Sabrizi down to the Kingston end. Tries to get around Hyde. Rizzler tries to help him out and chip it in deeper into the corner as it comes around the board. That was over the stick of Clark. Kingston can't clear it out. Try for a shot with Maddox. Hit that in front. That goes wide of the Kingston goal. It's going to get scooped up there by number 92, Joe Britt. Device with the lead pass. Here comes Hyde in the zone, and that shot's going to miss. Device tried for a rebound out of front, and he missed it wide of the goal. Starting from their own end, they go. Turned over to the pass. Right pass save. Rebound out of front. Just hopped over the stick in front of the goal. Kingston with the first big opportunity of the second period. Sabrizi. Drop pass there for Cameron Ryan. He tries to get around Doak as he enters the blue line. Backhands it into the Kingston corner. Curtis from his own end tries to get around Connor Cole. Cole takes him down right there in front of him. Hodgson tries to dig away at it along with Fowler. Comes free to Aiden Howard, who dumps it past Curtis in behind the net. Doak behind the goal. Loses it to Connor Cole as they try and set it up. Set something up behind the goal. Kingston come up with a loose puck, and that pass finds Curtis at through center. Going up there with Fowler, but Curtis is going to take it himself. Can't get around the defense of Connor Sear as it gets swept away. Doak from his own end with a lead pass, broken up nicely by Jackman. Latimer Scahill will pick it up on the other side. Sweep it into the zone. Nice play by Hodgson, but he gets taken down, and that will Hodgson has the trouble getting back to his feet, but he'll finally will make his way back to the bench. Trying to find a lane to dump it off the board. Kept in there by Doak with a shot. That doesn't make its way to the screen as they hit a throw out of front. It was Jackman. Sear trying to dump it behind the goal. Jackman, that went over his stick and scooped up at center. Holton with the loose puck turns it over to Connor Cole, who couldn't go with it. There's Sear on the loose puck. Still 0-0 here in the second period at the Cataraqui Kinsman Arena. And Kingston, Jackman a shot, rolling in just wide of the right post. Jackman let a little dribbler go, and it just went in wide of the net. Seal tried to keep it in, but it does get out at center. Gage Ford will fire it up past Elkins, down the ice into the corner, and now Finn's got to go back in his own end. Finn on the loose puck, overskated it, and Perot tries to make him pay by walking out for Taylor. Taylor, shot, left pad save, Perot, rebound shot, couldn't sweep it in from the side of the net. And this will be a penalty coming up here to Kingston. Might not need it, thrown at the goal, touched up by Doak, and here comes the penalty for the trip out in front. A draw that's coming off to the left of the Kingston goal. Getting one there by Kingston in their own end. Trying to fire it around. That's going to get kept in by Davidson from the blue line with a quick shot. Doesn't make its way to the goal. Tapped in there by Hannon trying to shoot it. He'll sweep it in behind the net. Pro will pick up the loose puck, chip it in behind the defenseman as they try and set things up. Nicholas Pro with some nice moves. Drops it back there for Davidson as he tried to get a shot through. Couldn't do it. Moves it over there for Taylor again. Davidson tried to get a shot through, and it gets knocked down in front and taken behind the goal by Burnett. Burnett tried to clear it out. Davidson kept it in there. Davidson again will hold it in. Try and get a shot through. There's Perot with a shot. Right past save. Hannon rebound shot. Hit the side of the net. Toros pressure here on the power play. Jack Hannon trying to throw it out of front. We'll backhand it behind the goal and set something up for Taylor. Trent Taylor trying to outmuscle Brad on the loose puck. Taylor will scoop it up and set up Perot now. Moving it around well with Taylor and Perot. Finds Davidson from the line. Slap shot. Knocked down by Burnett. Rebound out of front. Taylor trying to bang away at it. At Morency has it for a face-off. A draw coming off to the left of the Kingston end. Hazelton will chip it into the corner as they try and set things up. Jack Hazelton moving it around well for Sabrizi. Shot just wide of the net. He tried to pick the right corner and just fired it wide. Maddox back to the line. That's going to get out as his intended pass for Hazelton was out of his reach. He's got to pick it up in his own end. Almost 10 minutes left to go here in the second period. So we've played 5 minutes here in the second. Toros out the power play, putting pressure on. Just haven't converted on it yet. Sabrizi trying to get around Latimer Scahill to try and change things. Sabrizi will take it from the face-off circle. Benjamin Sabrizi back down low. As they're moving it around well, Sabrizi gets the opportunity to shoot it. And now he leaves it for Hazelton with a shot. That hits the player out of front. And it was Curtis who blocked it. Can't get it out though past Hazelton. Logan or Parker Rusler tried to pick up the loose puck. There's Clark getting it and trying to clear it. Hodgson will chip it out at center. Best is trying to turn on the wheels and win that race in the corner. Gets taken into the boards and behind the net. That'll be a Toros penalty. Quick shot at the goal. Fires wide of the net. And now it's going to be a Kingston power play when we come back. And a draw that's just inside the line. Trying to get one there. The trip right off the draw. No penalty. It goes in behind the net. Finn tries to keep it in there. Nice play by Finn. As he swept it in behind the goal. Trying to walk it out of front. That gets caught there by Foreman for another face-off. And that draw will take place off to the left of the goal. Face-off won there by Kingston in the offensive zone. Broad tries to find a lane. Broad a shot. Scores! Broad a shot from the line. And it's a power play goal for Kingston to open up the scoring. It's 1-0. Toros have got to try and get that one back now as Kingston made them pay on the power play. Broad shot from the line. Was able to beat Foreman. Might have been a screen. And we're going to get another Toros penalty coming up here for tripping. And a draw just inside the line. There's Curtis will pick it up in his own end. Curtis moves it to the other side for Doak as they try and move it in the zone. Lead pass is getting picked up there by Murphy with a shot. Stick save there from Foreman who steered it aside. Toros got the loose puck and dump it down. That high pass for Zabrizi was over his head. And Curtis will pick it back up in his own end. Curtis from center. Trying to get around Perot on the loose puck. There's Curtis in. Shot. Tried to catch Foreman off on the right foot. And fired it wide. Taken into the board. That'll be a penalty on the hit in the corner. draw coming just inside the blue line. The opportunity to win that draw gets won there by Kingston, and Burnett goes back in his own end. Burnett moves it to the other side for Clark as they try and start things from their own end. That pass gets broken up there by Hannon. Jack Hannon couldn't go with the puck. Let in there by number 9, Hyde. Tried to sweep it in the zone. Hannon couldn't sweep it away. As it goes behind the net, Hazelton couldn't shoot it through a screen. Hazelton trying to pick it up again and backhand it out. That's going to get kept in there, but Taylor's trying to help him out and get it out of the zone. Couldn't do it. Here comes Hyde showing off some moves as he goes into the corner. Hyde tried for the drop pass, and it got broken up. Taylor battling away at it and finally gets it free and down to center ice. Burnett with a nice chip pass, leading in to break a shot. Caught there by Foreman, who hangs on to it. A draw off to the left of Brett Foreman. Getting one there by Kingston, and Broad will chip it back behind the net. Sear trying to hold off his man in behind the goal. Comes around the board. That one over the stick of Broad. Trying to race at the loose puck is Benjamin Sabrizi. Trying to start something here. Sabrizi's in, but he lost control of the puck. He will get it in the corner though. Sabrizi tried to get a pass back down low for him. Best with a lead pass over the stick of Hodgson. Sears got to try and hold off Hodgson in the corner. Toros get the power play for 30 seconds. Sabrizi, lead pass, finds Rusler. Parker Rusler to Cameron Ryan. From the blue line, he's in. Dropping it for Rusler again. Rusler shot, stop. Cameron Ryan on the rebound, just pokes it wide of the crease area. Back up the other way they come. Let in. Takes it behind the goal. With a wraparound out of front at Foreman. Now food on that. Came across to make the stop. A draw off to the left of Brett Foreman. Take it one there by the Toros. Penalties over as Kingston have killed off another one. Cameron Ryan trying to chip it out. Chips it off the boards. Too far for Rusler as it goes down the ice. It gets scooped up by Doak in his own end, and he fires it around. Trying to find Murphy on the other side. Murphy battling away at it right here in front of us. He'll scoop it up with a pass for Latimer Scahill. Was over his reach, and Menko will pick it up in his own end. Thomas Menko trying to use the boards. Couldn't get it out of the zone. That pass got broken up, but he couldn't go after the races, or that might have been some trouble. Late pass for Sabrizi. Has got to get around the defender. Benjamin Sabrizi slaps it in. Kicked aside by Morency with a stick save. Steered it aside there for Curtis off to the left side. Connor Cole pickpocketed him and then gets taken down. That's going past Menko down the ice. And won't have enough to go for icing. Menko's got to take it back in his own end. Move it to the other side for Davidson. We've almost played 10 minutes here in the second period. Kingston holding on to a 1-0 lead on the power play goal by Broad. But Burnett goes for a shot, and it's a left pad stop there from Foreman. Trying to battle away at it in the corner. It's a loose puck that's going to try and come free for the Toros, but Kingston are in there battling as well. Trying to scoop it up. Comes around the boards. Menko on the loose puck. Trying to fire it out. It's going to get skipped up there by Holton at his own end. Dropped it back there for Burnett. Just showing off some time. The late pass for Holton was over his reach. Fowler tried to pick up the loose puck with a late pass, and they couldn't enter the zone. Now they do. Hodgson a shot. That's going to get stopped. But a rebound by Holton. He tries to jam it in, and it gets stopped there by Foreman with a blocker save. Draw off to the left of the Toros goal. That's Ethan Maddox picking up the loose puck in behind the net. Trying to take his man down in the corner. Coming around the boards. Trying to find a lane. It's going to get kept in there by Broad, who fires it in behind the net. As they try and start it up through center. Taylor will lead the rush. Had the game winner in Northumberland last night. That pass was over the reach there of Jack Cannon. Finn takes it back in his own end. Turns it over. Wrap around out of front. Gets stopped there by Morency. Toros digging away at the loose puck. And Morency was trying to find it. Got some help by his defenseman. They lead it up through center from Broad. Broad gets it up there for DeBike. DeBike with a nice play. Sets it up to the other side. Shot. Scores! That made its way past Foreman to make it 2-0. Face off, getting one there at center. Ruzler trying to pick up the loose puck. Gets around Latimer Scahill in over the blue line. Trying to set things up. Turned over there to Kingston as they lead it in. Here comes Houghton the other way. And sorry, that's Murphy that brought it in. Offside. A draw that's coming off right here in front of us, so we'll get another whistle. Cameron Ryan will take the draw just inside the line. Getting one there by the Toros. Ruzler trying to chip it up through center for Cameron Ryan. Went over his stick. Gage Ford will take it back in his own end. Going for the lead pass up through center. Turned over to Doak, who tries to get rid of it. Ford kept it in. Gage Ford will fire it off the glass into the corner for Cameron Ryan as he tries to get away from the check in the corner. Ruzler took his man off the puck. Jackman trying to take it behind the goal. Kingston Colton will pick it up in his own end. Go for that lead pass. Going to hesitate on it. Now he starts it up through center. Starting it in is Houghton in over the blue line. With a nice spin move to drop it back to the line. It goes back in behind the net there for Houghton, who tries to stuff it out of front. Got taken off his feet. Opportunity to try and throw it out front. Ruzler went over his stick. And now Parker Ruzler gets the opportunity to chip it out. Couldn't do it. Back in behind the net. Ford tries to get in behind the goal. Moves it to the other side for Ruzler. As they try and dig that puck free in the corner. Getting chipped out. And still kept in there from the line. Toros can't get it out of their own end now. Now they will. Ruzler with a pass up there for Jackman. And we have a player down in the corner. A draw that's coming just inside the line. Gage Ford was the one that got injured there in the corner. The big loss there for the Toros. He can't make it back for this one. One there by the Toros. Right there in the neutral zone. Hazelton over there for Sear, who tries to start something from his own end. That'll just go down the ice and go for icing. A draw that's coming off to the left of Brett Foreman. And that'll be Sear taking it back in his own end. Connor Sear firing around the boards. He's going to go over the stick there of Aiden Howard, kept in there by Hyde. As he tries to get around the check at Sear, takes it in behind the net. As it's in behind the net, trying to set it up in front, banging away at it from the slot area as it goes wide of the goal. Jackman trying to win the race in the corner. Can't backhand it out. Thrown at the net. Knocked down by Hyde, who tries for a shot. It got blocked out of front and went high and wide into the netting at a play. A draw that's off to the right of Foreman as it goes back in behind the net. Trying to stuff it out of front. It's going to go behind the goal as they try and set it up. We're almost at the last minute of play here of the second period. 2 goals here by Kingston, 1 by Broad. And I'm not too sure who got the second goal for Kingston, but got the Toros in a hole down 2-0. Jackman or Pro tried to chip it out. Tapped in there from the line at the Kingston bench. Taylor gets taken off his feet, still battling away at it. And Kingston come up with a loose puck, try to set it up in front. Here comes the opportunity to throw it at the net. Got tipped wide by Latimer Scahill. Still stays in the zone though. Now Latimer Scahill will be taken into the boards there by Meko and behind the net. They pass for Hannon, trying to get away from the check. Chips it up through center. There goes Perot with 20 seconds left in the second period. Trying to start it with a shot. Fans on it, goes in behind the net. Broad trying to get it behind the goal. Broad will just take it back in his own end. Tapped in there by Davidson. Got to try and throw it on net. Tipped wide. And it's going to go wide of the goal. That'll do it for the second period. Toros have to try and have themselves a big third period. Down 2-0. They have to dig themselves out of a hole. Get to go to a late power play on the last penalty of the second period, so maybe that can light a little bit of a spark under the Toros, throwing this one 2-0. Let's get the power play time. Cameron Ryan, Sabruzzi, and Ruzler right there to start the power play. That goes down the ice. Not the way to start it as it goes down there for icing. A draw that's off to the left of the Toros goal, back in behind the net. Hazelton trying to chip it away. Takes it behind the goal. Jack Hazelton from his own end. Trying to move it around, has it behind the net. with a late pass over the tip, and Curtis will pick it up in his own end, backhanding it away, and gets knocked down by Hazelton from his own zone. Drops it to the other side. Coming up there is Sabruzzi with the loose puck. Dropped it back there for Hazelton. Couldn't keep it in. And a nice play. He did keep it in from the line after a last minute keep in. Hazelton again keeps it in there from the line. Shot. Stopped there by Morency. Steers it aside into the corner. Toros trying to set up. Sabruzzi turn over there to Kingston and just dumps it down the ice. Back in behind the Toros net. Hodgson with a nice play to get to the loose puck first. Trying to start something short-handed with Hodgson in behind the net. Like a dog on a bone. Escapes the check in behind the goal. Hodgson still on that loose puck. Then he bows over his man in behind the net. Late pass. Stripped up there by Davidson. Trying to get in there with Sabruzzi and it gets touched up there. But it's Hodgson in behind the net that's down for Kingston. A draw that's off to the right of the Kingston goal. Davidson tries to keep it in there. Gets slid in behind, dumps it in behind the goal. Toros tries to set things up here. Nice play there by Cole. Trying to set it up. Back to the line for Davidson again. James Davidson will set it up there for Eden Howard. Tried to get a shot through. It was over his stick. And swept past Davidson down the ice. Coleman has got to try and come out to play it. And he won't have to. Menko bails him out. Takes it from his own end. Thomas Menko with a pass there for Jackman. And Menko spills there at the blue line. And it's offside. It'll be a draw just inside the blue line. Connor Cole takes the draw. Try to skip it away. That goes past Murphy and into the corner. Try to find a lane right under the tip of Connor Cole with a shot. Doesn't make it through. Nice block out of front. I believe it hit. Hyde out of front. As I try and chip it out. Get it past Davidson out through center. Aiden Howard back in his own end with a drop pass for Davidson. As I try and start it from the line. Up there for Jackman trying to get to the loose puck. Logan Jackman in the zone trying to get around Broad. Taking off his feet. And we're going to get a penalty for it. And there'll be a draw up to the left of Morency. But the penalty that goes to Broad on the trip to Jackman. Negating that scoring opportunity. Setting it back to the left for Hazelton. Shot. Goes high and wide. Takes a bounce out of front. They tried to slam it in from the side. It gets picked up by Kingston. And just hammered the rest of the way down the ice into the corner. Hyde on the loose puck first. Trying to get around Hazelton. Sear, Taylor and Hazelton trying to pin Hyde in behind the net. Hyde doing some great work in behind the net. Short-handed. Scooped up there by the Toros in their own end. That's going down the ice. That'll be Curtis from his own zone. Tried to slap it around. Gets past Hazelton down the ice. And the opportunity to come now. And fires it off the side of the net. Hazelton picks up the loose puck. The pass went over the stick there of Hannum. Here comes another opportunity for Beth. With a shot. Blocker save there from Foreman. Trying to battle away at it in the corner. So that was Elkins who had those two opportunities. That goes in with a right pass stop there from Morency. Pro with a loose puck. Gets away from the check. Try to set it up. With a shot. Caught there by Morency. And he'll hold on to it. A draw coming off to the right of the goal. Getting kept in there by Maddox. Maddox takes a shot. It got blocked out in front there by Hodgson. As it goes into the corner. Kingston trying to get it out. First one into the corner, taking off his feet. Trying to keep it in the zone. Davidson couldn't hold it in. Maddox will take it back in his own end. Ethan Maddox tries to move it to the other side for Davidson. The Toros dump it in there. That'll do it for the power play though. Again, the Toros can't convert on it. Sabruzzi tries to get away in the corner. Sabruzzi sets it up in front. Rusler tried to turn for a shot. Couldn't get it through. That gets chipped into the corner by Kingston. Winning the race and behind the net was Best. Man sitting at the front, couldn't win the draw. Quick shot and a big stop there from Foreman. Steering it aside on that slap shot. And a draw to stop to the right of the Foreman now. Hazelton will take it back in his own end. Tries to move it over there from Menko with a chip pass. Aiden Howard tried to chip it out. Connor Cole trying to go with the puck with Howard. Battling away at it. It's over there in the corner for Cole. Setting it up in front. Latimer Steele tried to get a shot through. Got blocked there by Hazelton at the front. And Jack Hazelton will take it back in his own zone. Hazelton with some nice moves. Tried to move it out of his own end. They got to get it around high, but the pass is broken up. Knocked down by Broad. He opened up the scoring in the second period. Kingston added one more as well to lead 2-0. Jackman out there battling away at the loose puck. Jackman had it taken off his stick and swept back down into the Toros corner. Menko will take it behind the goal. Thomas Menko with a pass for Jackman as they slap it up through center. Trying to start a breakout. Led by Connor Cole. Cole a shot. Right pass stopped there from Morency. Aiden Howard tried to go with it. Jackman will pick it up. Logan Jackman on the loose puck. Will take it in behind the goal. Tries for a wraparound. Jackman throws it in front and taking off his speed on the pass out in front of the goal. Menko scoops it up. Thomas Menko with a lead pass for Cole. Trying to get into the rush with a shot. Good aside there from Morency. Kicked it into the corner. And that'll be Aiden Howard trying to dig away at the loose puck. Toros turning on the pressure a little bit. Trying to keep it in the zone. Taken away there by Kingston. That'll be a penalty coming up here to Aiden Howard on the trip to Holton. A draw right here in front of us. There'll be a Kingston power play. With a 2-0 lead, Clark moves it up there for Murphy. Swept into the zone there by Best. And the opportunity now from Pro trying to get to the loose puck. There's Clark with the loose puck. Clark a shot. Fires it wide of the blocker hand. Tried to bang it in from the side of the net. Elkins is there on the loose puck. Elkins walks out with a backhand shot. Stopped there by Foreman. As it comes around the zone, Holton will backhand it in behind the net for Elkins. Elkins trying to stay on his feet in behind the goal. Elkins setting Clark up. Clark going for a shot. Blocked there by Taylor at the front and a high stick at in front of the goal. A draw is coming off to the right of Foreman. Quick shot on net. That backhand doesn't make its way to the goal. Back to the line for Broad. Broad goes for a shot. Gonna get it again with a shot. Steered aside there from Foreman, who kicks it aside and behind the Toros net. Chance to go back to the line. Over there for Broad again. Broad with a nice move around Cole with a shot. They had a man out of front. They're battling away and it was DeBrake. DeBrake couldn't get the loose puck. And then a slash out in front on Connor Cole. Trying to find the loose puck to Sear. Can't get it past DeBrake to knock that down. DeBrake takes it in the corner, trying to start something here. Dropped it back to the line for Broad. Couldn't go with it. Jack Cannon trying to pick up the loose puck. Well, backhand it back in behind the net. Under 7 minutes left to go here at the Cataraqui Arena. Kingston up 2-0 with 2 goals in period number 2. In over the line. Tries to take a shot. Pushes it in behind the goal. Throws it there anyway with a wraparound. And they score right in front of the net. The bite on the wraparound makes it 3-0. Face off there at center. Latimer Scale taking away at it there for Kingston. Doak tries to move it to the other side for Curtis as they try and get in the zone. Knocked down there by the Toros in their own end. Getting it over there for Maddox. Trying to fire it around up there for Sabrizi. Curtis takes him off his feet as Maddox is going to dump it right back in behind the Kingston net for icing. Hyde will take the offensive draw. Tries to win it there for Kingston as it goes behind the net. Jack Hazelton from his own end. Going to put the brakes on and behind the goal. Hazelton will move it around. Take it back in behind the net. Try and go for that late pass. Gives over the stick there of Doak and scooped up there by Hyde. Hyde moves it to the other side as Kingston are going to start it in. That gets swept in, knocked down there by Maddox in his own end. Dumped off the boards and down. Hyde will pick it up there. We'll take it back in behind the goal. Tried to move it over there for Elkins. He couldn't go with the puck. Toros get it. Try and sweep it in front of the net. pass out for there for Sabrizi was out of his reach. Shot, it got blocked out in front. Getting scooped up there, tries to go back to the line for Maddox, was out of his reach. Back up the other way comes Vladimir Cahill, dump it down the ice into the corner. Hazelton tips it to the other side for Sabrizi. Sabrizi with a nice pass. Going to get scooped over there on the other side by Kingston and dumped back down the ice into the corner. Maddox will take it back in his own end. With a late pass broken off there by Kingston and swept back into the corner. Trying to find a lane to dump it out. Went over the stick there of Holton and Clark tries to keep it in there from the line. Holton thought about going in there to dig after it, but knew that Clark was in there. And now with Elkins trying to chip it further towards Foreman. That's going down the ice. And it's going to go for icing. A draw off to the left of Foreman. It comes around there for Davidson. Tried to sweep it out. It's going to get picked up there by Jackman, who uses the boards to dump it up through center. Kingston will take it back in their own end. That pass for Broad was over his stick. Broad picks up the loose puck. Swept in there by Best into the corner. Davidson fires it around. Trying to get up there for Cameron Ryan. This might be a 3-on-2 break. But the Toros turned it over. Broad from his own end is going to use the glass to dump it down. Get it up there for Hodgson. Hodgson with a shot. Nice block there by Menko as it goes beyond the goal. Hodgson will take it behind the net now with some nice moves. Try to find the bike at in front. The bike is going to help him out there in the corner. Try and dig that puck free. He helped capitalize this 3-0 lead on the wraparound goal just moments ago for Kingston. A draw getting one there by Kingston. But the puck comes out of center. Curtis with a lead pass. Try to get picked up there. And it's up into the zone. Kingston back up the other way. He's trying to hold them off. Curtis comes in. On his own with a backhand shot. Stopped there by Foreman. And a rebound out in front is also going to get gobbled up out in front of the goal. A draw coming out to the left of Foreman. To get one there. Back in behind the net goes Aiden Howard. Howard goes late pass for Hannon, was out of his reach. Kept in from the line from Doak. Doak's shot is going to go behind the net. Latimer Cahill on the loose puck. Trying for the backhand out of front. Turned aside there by Foreman. Hyde goes for the puck. He couldn't shoot it through a screen of players. Trying to skip it up there with Fowler. Couldn't do it. And Doak will keep it in from the line. Fire it back in behind the Toros net. Hazelton gets it to the other side. Toros trying to kick it to the stick and lead it up through center. That pass is going over everybody. And Curtis tries to win the race back in his own end. Got snuffed up. Curtis will take it now. Curtis leads the zone with some nice moves. Lost his footing as he tried to split the Toros D. Sear from center. Toros have had some magic the last 2 games, but it looks like that magic might wear out here in Kingston. Trail this game 3-0 with under 3 minutes left to go. Let up there by Holton. Holton's pass gets knocked down by Elkins and it's offside. A draw that's coming off just from the blue line. Swept in there by Elkins. Maddox will take it back in his own end. Try and find a lane. He uses the glass to dump it down. Burnett will take it back there, but it's going to be an icing call coming back into the Toros end. And a draw that's coming off to the right of Foreman. Getting one there by Kingston. Gets it back to the line for Clark and Burnett moving it around. Trying to fire it there from the slot area, and it just missed off the roof. Tried to kick that right post off to the right side, just off a little bit as it goes into the corner. Davidson tries to dig it free from the bike, then behind the net. They move it back to the line. Tried to get a shot through with some nice moves. Couldn't get it over there to Clark. Knocked down there by Sabrizi, but the pass is scooped up there by Taylor now. Trent Taylor's pass. Sabrizi trying to win the race in the corner. Chipped away from him. They try and find that loose puck and dig it free. Toros maybe just trying to get one here in the game to avoid the shutout. Chips it up through center. Davidson tries to get it in. That's going to be offside to Kingston. That late pass for Cameron Ryan was out of his reach as Davidson tried to find him. Tried to use the boards again. Taylor trying to outmuscle his man. That came wide of the net. Took a bounce out of front there. Sabrizi on the loose puck. Trying to backhand it away. It'll get kept in by Broad. Broad here in front of us will dump it in behind the net. 40 seconds left to go here in the game. Hodgson takes it beyond the goal. Hodgson will get pinned in behind the net there by Davidson as Taylor tries to help him out to get that loose puck free. Comes free to Kingston. Trying to throw it out of front. And the opportunity to come now is Davidson. And that'll get fired down the ice. This comes down to the fact that the Toros couldn't capitalize on their chances when they had them. They had a few in the first period and then a couple here in the third when it started too, but just couldn't bury it. And Kingston has buried 3 of theirs to make it 3-0. That goes into Morency for another face-off. We'll drop one more puck. 4 seconds left in the Kingston zone. And the Kingston Canadians are going to upset the Toros here today with a 3-0 victory. The Toros, the fate was in their hands. If they would have won their last 2 games, they would have made sure that Whitby couldn't catch them. But now they have to hope for a little bit of help